Hey, folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to watch Mission Souls conquer a Belinda Carlisle song called Heaven is a Place on Earth. This was a top 10 hit in the United States in 1987. Big song. Of course, Belinda Carlisle is the lead singer of the Go-Go's. That's a whole story in and of itself. Maybe someday we'll take on the Go-Go's on this channel. They started off as a punk band, and then they got shined up by the record label so as to look like just kind of a new girl band or something. And they did break some barriers by being an all-woman band, even as there had been some before them. They were one of the first to have big hits. And so they kind of opened a door. Our Lips Are Sealed and whatever the other big hit was. We Got the Beat, stuff like that. But by that time, I mean, they had shined up the band so much that the band had ended up falling apart. That's why we didn't hear a whole lot from them after that. They made another record or two, but what a train wreck. There are some good songs in the catalog of Belinda and the Go-Go's for that matter. This is a song I've always thought is okay. At a time when maybe I didn't like big sounding songs on the radio, this one was kind of big sounding, but it never bothered me. I kind of liked this one. And it's always a treat watching Mission Souls play. This is one of the songs they played at their Zambales gig, just to the west of Manila. It was a private event, apparently. They've put a few things out from that, and we thought this would be a good thing to take a look at next. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead?
Beach party.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So let's go ahead and go down the list of people in the band here. We've got, of course, Daddy Second, bass and mixing. We've got Ice on drums, age 12. We've got Stacy, 13, lead vocalist and rhythm guitar. We've got Nisha, 16, lead guitarist extraordinaire and backup vocals. Nasus, 17, keyboards and backup vocals. And Mommy Sheena on vocals. Why don't we dive in and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Alrighty.
Ooh, baby, do you know that's what? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
Oh, very well realized cover.
Oh, yeah. Heard the original only a few times, but they've got it.
Sounded just like them.
Yeah, not only do they have the sounds, but key phrases are all there, all the signposts.
The singing sounded just like Belinda to me. They really did. I thought that was excellently done. It captured the spirit of the song. It went super well. This is really her signature song too, Belinda's. So, for them to be able to do it that well is really great.
Ice really stands out in this one somehow.
Yeah, he is like the glue in the band.
Yeah.
Having a very solid drummer like that, it's so important to making a band sound professional and amazing. I mean, without that, you're going to have problems instantly, but he is never an issue. He's always dead on with everything he does. Very talented at interpreting these songs.
Yeah. I also noticed Nace is doing her part with the keyboard. She has the exact right sound on her keyboard, too.
Yeah. I didn't happen to notice what kind of keyboard she was using. But now watching her so much and creating these sounds from the 80s on her synthesizer, I'm like, maybe I want to get a synthesizer just to have around. Again, yeah, I know you can recreate them in workstations and things like that, but there's something nice about just having it on board there, on your keyboard.
Having the real synthesizer with all the controls right in front of you and everything. You don't have to punch in any data into some computer or anything like that.
Yeah.
You want a different sound, you just crank a knob going, I admire whoever sets up those sounds into the keys, be it Nacy's second or...
Yeah, chances are a lot of them are already digitally available. Maybe there's an 80s pack or something. I don't know how people do it these days. Maybe the synthesizer she chose already was loaded up with 80s sounds, and that was like the hook for buying that particular synthesizer. I don't know. I'm tempted sometimes to get one just to have one and play with it a little bit, because I kind of miss that. Anyway, I thought they did a tremendous job. I look forward to seeing what else they decide to drop from this show, for us to take a look at. But in the meantime, I enjoyed that one a lot. It does kind of remind me of the Bon Jovi school of rock, from that time period. It kind of has a similar sound. And that's really where their strength lies, this band, because they have a lot of vocals that they can use, and they layer very nicely, and they can play multiple things, Wonderful stuff. This was nominated for a Grammy Award when Belinda did it for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, but it lost to Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. So that's the breaks. But it is a good song. It is a good song. Any closing thoughts, Adrian?
I like the way they just replicated the original. Mommy Sheena has a great voice for this song, and the girls doing harmonies. They did a good job with the vocals. And
yeah, I agree. Yeah, Stacy did have some lead on that as well, and so she sounded great too. I mean, her and her mom sound very similar to my ear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this, and if you have other suggestions for us, you can leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. By the way, if you were at this gig, why don't you let us know what it was like? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.